Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother, Mother, can you keep them in the dark for life? Can you hide them from a waiting world? Oh, Mother, Father.
You're listening to Privileged Voicemail Radio. Second phone cast of the day. Phone cast? I'm not on paid in. Second podcast of the day. I'm in and out of the truck, so I haven't had time to do a whole lot. But just, sorry, I'm closing my tarp and it's not cooperating. I'm trying to slide the slider down on Evil Dave, and that's not cooperating, so I'm trying to multitask. It's not working. Tarp closed. Okay. And Evil Dave is gone, isn't he? I hope so. Alright. Back to this whole Orlando shooting thing and this guy. Finding out a lot more about this dude. God, I don't even know his name. Omar Satit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Does it really matter? No. This guy was going to be a cop. He's in some police academy. Until they had a barbecue after class one day, and Omar said he couldn't eat the meat that they were cooking, and some kind of incident took place, and then I guess the class was chastised for making fun of people for their religious beliefs, and then he was met in the parking lot the next day, and he was removed from class and fired from his job at the correctional facility where he worked. A lot of signs here. A lot of signs here. A lot of shit's gone on. We've been failed again by our government. Completely failed. And I got to listen to some guy from the LGBT community come on CNN and bitch and be a... You see, you can't even say shit. Here's the deal. Let's just cut right to the shit. Oh, this was a hate crime, and it was terrorism. See, it's doubly bad. It's different. Hate crime. You want to know about hate? Let me tell you something about hate. America has lost its ability to hate. Some things you need to hate. Some things are deserving of hate. No, it's not a bunch of people in the LGBT community in some nightclub in Florida. No, that's not deserving of hate. It's not those who are different from us. It's not those who are a different skin color or maybe a different religious beliefs. No, those things are not worthy of hate. But you want to know what's worthy of hate? Things like the Nazis and things like the Japanese, the imperial Japanese who wanted to do away with us. And that's what I think America's forgotten, and Americans have forgotten. I think politicians have forgotten it. I think our media has forgotten it. Hate has become such a taboo thing for anything. You can't hate anything anymore, or you're a bad person. And that's all I'm hearing today across the news airwaves, is an inability by people in the media and an inability by our leaders, our supposed leaders, to specify that it's okay to hate the motherfuckers that want to kill us. It's okay to hate the people. That's what it's going to take, people. That's what it's going to take to finish this. Security and further background checks and more laws will help, yes. But we're not going to defeat this thing that is against us until we understand and learn that it's okay to hate it. I heard it in this, whoever the spokesman was on CNN, talking about the LGBT community and responding to Donald Trump. Oh, it was disgusting what he said. What did Donald Trump say? Donald Trump said Who's a better friend to the to women and to the LGBT community? He said the LBGT community. Hey, it's an easy mistake to make, folks. The LGB, the BLG, the BLT community. What? He got it a little wrong. The Trumpster got it a little bit mixed up. He said, who's a better friend to those people? The LGBT community, women, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Hillary Clinton's words or my actions? Now, say what you will about Trump. He's got a point. That's basically all he said. Well, then he said, and I think that in the near future, it will be proven out bigly. I chuckled at that. You got to find the laughter, folks, in times like these, don't you? He said it will be proven bigly. You gotta love them. But then you got these idiots in the media, Wolf Blitzer, talking to this LGBT guy who's basically a spokesman for everybody in the club, and he's asking, well, this happened to Gay Pride Month, and what do you think about that? Here, let me play this clip from Donald Trump, and I want you to react to this. I mean, how much more out in the open do we have to be here? As far as the press goes, not the gays. We know they're out of the closet. I'm talking about the press. I want you to react to this. I'm trying to get a reaction from you. And he got a reaction. Wolf got exactly what he wanted from this guy. Guy lost his mind. Donald Trump, he's disgusting. And I'm sorry if I'm just trying to imitate the guy to the best of my ability. And he should be ashamed of himself for what he said to politicize this. Well, let's cut the shit. There's been a lot of talk and not a lot of action past 8 years, don't you think? Tried to pussyfoot around this thing and play nice, and look what it's gotten us. Hasn't gotten us very far. Lost a lot of freaking ground over there in the old Middle East. We gotta try to take Fallujah back. I don't know, Tikrit, that'll be a tough one. Syria, holy shit, that's not a good thing over there either. A lot of shit going on. Yeah, really? And in the process, we've got fellow Americans that think it's their religious calling to take up arms against their own citizens, their fellow Americans. That's what this guy did. And now we're talking about some barbecue where the guy might have got offended. Maybe somebody's giving him shit because he couldn't eat some fucking pork. That was, a couple pork chops. Hey, Omar, you have a pork chop? I can. Faggot. What are you, some kind of faggot Muslim or something? Yeah. Oh. Is that what happened? I don't know. We have lost the ability to identify things that are deserving of our hate. We hated the Nazis, and we hated the Japanese. Rightfully so. They wanted to destroy us. They wanted us obliterated, gone. Our way of life done away with. Defeated. They wanted to make us their bitch. That was the goal of Nazi Germany and the Axis powers. Hello? And if you think that radical Islam has any lower of a goal than that, you're sadly mistaken. It's that times 100. So we'll sit and argue and squabble amongst ourselves some more and become further and further divided down sexual lines, down racial lines, down every political line you can possibly fucking imagine. We'll be further and further divided, and we will fall. Make no fucking mistake about it. Well, Rod, you think some sand niggas are gonna come over here and take us out? They ain't got enough to do that. Really? Come on. Another thing that you people don't understand, some of you, not a lot of you, but enough of you, you don't understand the patience of radical Islam. You don't. we don't have that over here. Americans are the most impatient, I want it now society probably on planet Earth. Instant gratification. That's what we all live for. Doesn't matter if it's sex, booze, drugs, food. Doesn't matter. Instant gratification. Anything we want, it's at our fingertips. I would really like to have Amazon, click, it's there in 2 days. I'm hungry. Phone call, food's at your door. Instant gratification in every way you can possibly imagine. And we have not only have we lost our ability to understand that it's okay to hate certain things in this world, we've also lost our ability to understand that there are forces out there that have no problem being patient as a motherfucker. And make no mistake about it, radical Islam is about one of the most patient things you will ever find. They understand it. Seconded only by maybe communism. Communism's pretty patient. A couple generations of communists ain't nothing. You think a couple generations of jihadists gonna matter? Think they're gonna forget? You think they're just gonna go on to something else? It's not gonna happen. That's what we do over here. We move on from one thing to another. Just not that long ago, it was Harumbi the goddamn gorilla was topping our fucking news shit. Should we have zoos? Kind of stupid to think about it now, isn't it? Are zoos ethical? Duh. That's a great argument to have for 2 weeks. Trump University, it was a scam. That's another great argument to have for a month. We get bored, we change the channel. On to something else. That's not the way the majority of the rest of the world works. Because they don't live in the lap of luxury like most of us over here. Us spoiled, rotten Americans, and that's what we are. And that's why we're ripe for the picking. Oh, there's my girlfriend. Probably a good time to get out of this phone cast. God, I said it again! Podcast, sorry. Old habits die hard. Alright, rodgraphing@gmail.com. I'm just about done with my day of work anyway, and I'm full of sweat and dirt, soybean dust, grease, hydraulic fluid. Yes, I'm bitching. rodgraphing@gmail.com. I'd love to get your comments. Thanks for listening.